Hello everyone, I'm Luke and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm bringing you another movie review for a film I just saw last night, and that was Justice League. Yes, Warner Brothers is back at it again. This is their second DC Cinematic Universe film to come out in 2017 after Wonder Woman, which came out in May, and now we have Justice League. And I have to say, personally, for myself, I am a huge DC fan. I love Marvel, and I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But there's something about the DC characters and the DC comics that are just very close to my heart. And I love all of the movies that have been made in the last couple of years from the DC Cinematic Universe. And I know that they're controversial. I know that Man of Steel was not as widely accepted as it could have been as a film. I know that Batman v Superman drew a very clear line in the sand when it came to critics and fans, and even Suicide Squad to the same effect. But Batman v Superman was personal. It really felt personal for some fans. Some people I still talk to today think it's utter garbage, and other fans like myself think it's fantastic. I still stand by my statement. I recognize that the film has major problems. I mean, Batman v Superman was trying to be 4 movies in one. It was trying to be a Man of Steel sequel. It was trying to be a standalone Batman movie introducing Ben Affleck's version of the character. It was trying to do the Batman v Superman storyline and also be a Justice League prequel. And in a 2.5-hour, pushing 3-hour movie, that is a lot to do. So I can understand where people come from when they say that they don't like Batman v Superman, but I do. And when it came to Wonder Woman, I think that everybody could universally agree that it was a fantastic film. I didn't get to do a full in-depth review for it, and I'll include a link in the description if you want to watch my short review that I did for Wonder Woman. But needless to say, not only was it the best DCEU movie I've ever seen, but it's one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen, period. End of story. Now, with Justice League, this has a very interesting history because this movie was originally going to be directed and written in full by Zack Snyder. And when he presented Warner Brothers with his finished product, the movie was 3 hours long. And the studio said, you have to cut it down to no more than 2 hours. So they went back into production, they started doing reshoots, they retooled the script to cut out some certain plot points, and then unfortunately Zack Snyder suffered a really horrible family tragedy, and Joss Whedon, who had just been brought on to the DCEU to direct the upcoming Batgirl movie, was brought on to finish the reshoots for Justice League. So the movie that's currently playing in theaters is Zack Snyder's original vision with Joss Whedon's rewrites and reshoots, which makes me want to see the 3-hour uncut Zack Snyder version of Justice League. I hope that whenever they release this on DVD and Blu-ray, that we can watch Zack Snyder's original version. Because while I love and adore this Justice League movie, I thought it was action-packed, I thought it was fun, the characters were great, the action sequences were fantastic. I thought that all the new characters they introduced were great. I'm just wondering about that missing hour of material that was in Zack Snyder's original movie. And Joss Whedon's very talented, do not get me wrong, but this doesn't feel like a movie that's been from the current DCEU. This feels like it's gotten the Marvel treatment. There's so many jokes in this movie. Now, majority of them are genuinely funny. I was laughing my ass off during this film, and so was the audience. Also, the audience that I went to when I saw it last night not only gave Wonder Woman entrance applause, but when Superman came back, no spoilers, because he is cast in the movie, that's not a spoil, but when he makes his reappearance on screen, the entire audience just went ballistic and they absolutely adored it. And the audience in my screening applauded when the movie was over. So clearly people enjoyed this movie, and so did I. And that's why I recommend Justice League. If you're looking for a fun night at the movies, if you are a fan of the DCEU, if you're a fan of superhero movies in general, I recommend that you go watch Justice League, because I think that this is the movie that we needed after Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad. Because Warner Brothers and the DCEU took themselves so seriously with those two films and were clearly not accepted from critics and majority of audiences, they needed something that was more accessible. And that's what this Justice League movie is. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not a problem. I just wish that I could see what the original vision was, because as I said, I'm a diehard DCEU fan, but I still loved this movie. Standout performances: Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Ezra Miller's Flash, and Barry Allen, his alter ego, were hilarious. I thought that he was fantastic. Jason Momoa's Aquaman, I'm really excited to see what they do with his character in his standalone movie, which is coming out next year. And I'm really excited about that. Ben Affleck did a great job as Batman. I really, really hope that he stays with the franchise. I hope he doesn't leave. I want him to make his solo Batman movie. I want him to make Justice League 2. Like, there's so much more that he could do with this character that I hope that he doesn't leave. Because there have been rumors that he might get either replaced or he might just walk away. And I hope that's not true. And I can't really say much, but Henry Cavill's Superman is back. And he's so good at it. I can't say anything more than that. This is a non-spoiler review. So if I were to give Justice League a grade scale rating, I would give it an A-. I think it's that fantastic. It's really, really good. I can't recommend this movie enough. If you are, as I said, fan of superhero movies, you'll love it. DCEU fan, you'll love it. Even if you're a Marvel fan, I think that you might appreciate this movie because it's different. But it's a good kind of different. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. Click the bell icon for notifications. My links to Instagram and Twitter in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.